Communicating in the written form in mathematics is challenging for students at the best of times, and even more so when they are required to use what they know, rather than just recalling facts, to answer open-ended questions, such as represent 35 in as many ways as you can by writing on your whiteboard. An important part of assessing students' understanding of place value concepts at the start of a week of teaching is to assess how they represent numbers in the written form. As part of differentiating our instruction, we need to know what size numbers our students should be able to work with. For example, 2-digit numbers in Year 1, and then up to thousandths or 3 decimal places in Year 5. Furthermore, we have the language of place value layer to consider. That is the use of language such as ones and tens in kindergarten, digit in Year 1, hundreds in Year 2, thousands and place value in Year 3, then tenths, hundredths, and expanded notation in Year 4, and extending to thousandths in Year 5. To explain what we mean by represents, here is a great work sample of representing the number 4. I say great as it contains all 3 ways of representing a number, which are in words, as a quantity, the counting, and with a numeral, the written name. I like to think of the word as the verbal name, the say it. The quantity is the counting, and so we make it or build it and draw it. And the numeral is our written label, the write it, and all are equally as important as one another. So we have words, numerals, and quantity, that is drawings, using dot die, 5 frames, 10 frames, base 10 blocks, etc. to be on the lookout for in this assessment for learning task with Year 3. Let's see what happened. As this was the start of the week of teaching place value, I gave each student a whiteboard and said, on your whiteboard, represent 35 in as many ways as you can. You have 2 minutes. Time starts now. I very purposely and explicitly state the time frame of 2 minutes for students, and I call this lightning writing. What you are now seeing in these 10 work samples of representations for 35 is evidence of word names and numeral names, but no representations of quantity. However, we can see good use of the words more than and less than, as well as addition number sentences showing 30 partitioned into 30 and 5. We can also see references to the placement of 35 on the hundreds chart as being in the 3rd vertical column. However, for teachers, please note that 35 is actually in the 5th vertical column on a 1 to 100 hundreds chart. Lastly, we can also see use of the word digit. Following this task, I then modelled to the class how we could represent numbers using 10 frames and base 10 blocks. We then repeated the task, but for the number 32, where the students recorded very different things on their whiteboards. I think we may even see representations of quantity. That's in the next video for you.